Welcome to Tootie's Trendy Treats, where I explore the world of delightful desserts. Today we are diving into making a jelly roll cake that is not only visually stunning, but also incredibly delicious. Let's gather our ingredients. You will need 4 egg yolks, half a cup of sugar, 6 egg whites, a fourth of a cup of sugar, a half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of cake flour, and a cup of raspberry or jam of your choice. Next, we're going to sift our flour and salt on top of a piece of parchment paper to make sure it's easy to pour when we're pouring it into our bowl. Next, we're going to spray baking spray on our sheet pan. Please do not be like me and forget your piece of parchment paper, but during this step, after you spray your pan, you will line your pan with parchment paper. After this, we're going to whip our egg yolks and our half a cup of sugar together, and we're going to see how the color and the fluffiness changes within this process. The color is going to change from a darker yellow to a lighter white. When you see this color change, it means that your egg yolks are fully combined, and when you have a consistency like this, you are golden. For our next step, we'll be taking our egg whites and our second quantity of sugar to make a meringue. For this meringue, our end result would be a soft to medium peak. For this recipe, we want our cake to stay light and fluffy, so we do not want firm peaks. When you are mixing this, make sure you are stopping to scrape down your bowl, and also make sure you are not over mixing. Once you reach your soft to medium peaks, begin to fold in your meringue in increments of 3. During this process, we want to make sure we're not over mixing, so we can make sure our cake batter stays light and airy. After your batter is well combined, we're going to re-sift our flour into the bowl to make sure that it is as smooth as can be. And we're still going to fold in that soft, gentle motion to make sure our batter is still light and airy. Once your cake mixture reaches the correct consistency, we'll be ready to line our cake pan and bake our cake. When you are lining your cake pan with your batter, we're going to take an offset spatula to spread it out to make sure that it is nice and even. Once your cake is nice and even, we're going to tap to get the air bubbles out, and we're going to bake this on 400 for 5 to 6 minutes. Once your cake is done and taken out of the oven, you will let it cool for a little while, and then you will be able to take your cake out of the pan and place it on a cutting board or a surface where it is easy for you to roll it. And once again, don't be like me. Do not forget your parchment paper. But I took a piece of parchment paper and I rolled it up to give my cake a general roll shape, just so it could hold shape, and I cooled it for about 5 minutes. Once your cake has cooled for a little while, it is time to unroll, and it is time for jam. The flavor of jam that is in my cake is strawberry and raspberry, but you could do a flavor of your choice. When you are spreading out your jam, make sure you are evenly spreading it around your sponge, just to make sure there are no missed spots when you roll up your cake. It's time to roll it. When we are rolling up our cake, we want to make sure that we are rolling in even strides, just to make sure that our cake slices will come out even. As you can see, I like to start by marking where I want to cut, and then it's time to cut your jelly roll cake. And there you have it. That's how you make a nice, soft, moist jelly roll cake.